set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 30. Three-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Keep it up, keep it up. No. 15.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Check.
Let's go, baby. Check.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill. 55 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Ten yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
And they'll run for it with Miller. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 46 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 27-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
He's checking. Crash. Hey, 15. 6, hey, 57. Hey, 57 color. Say. Check 43. Check. Deuce. Yellow.
He goes to you, it's you. He comes to me, it's me.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
15. And Ripple is. Attack. Wow. Move. Check the hot read. Undercrunch. Check. Yellow. Check. Tighten up.
Here we go. 4th down, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Mercilus in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
7-7.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Yellow! Yellow! Sponge! 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 No! 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 Charlie! Check, 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 check!
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
12 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
55! Echo! Come back! Screen! Watch the screen!
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check safety, check safety.
49! Check 49! Check 49! Staying open.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Markevious Mingo able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Focus that! 19! Here we go.
Watson with a give to Miller. And he's got some space here. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now it's Miller running right. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 36.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
47, 19,
They'll try the right side here with Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Out of the gun, Watson. Finding fouls complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now a give right side. It's Miller. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Watson. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. A shotgun snap for Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hold the look, hold. Watch, quick.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And an alley to run. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown of the night. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
33 yards that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Scene 6. 55.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Mahomes now on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football. 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
Attack! 43! 43!
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
A first down carry now for Miller. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
45. 44, Mike, 45.
They'll run it again with Miller. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Reset. 19. Check.
Here's Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. That one goes for 30 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the rush coming, and he's taken down. Chris Jones, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
To try again after the sack. Watson, that is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown.